Hey guys, it's me, Kenzie Taylor. Make sure you hit that subscribe button right now. Subscribe. And like and comment and enjoy the sauce.
Hi, this is Holly Day. You're watching The Sauce with Kenzie Taylor. New episodes every Tuesday.
Holiday.
Happy holidays. Every day's a holiday.
I keep putting my feet up here. I'm sorry. I keep doing it. It's like...
It's natural.
I know, but it like looks like such a man thing. I'm like, what's up? Holly, it's not going to suck itself. I'm just kidding.
You're conducting the conversation.
She's like, oh, I didn't know I was giving a blowjob today. Okay.
It's not my day, right?
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of The Sauce with Kenzie Taylor. Today, my guest is content creator Holly Day.
Hello.
Hi, Holly.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm so good. How are you?
Fabulous. I could listen to your accent all day.
I was told recently that I should start doing GPS narration.
Yeah.
That's
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll record you for mine.
Get into some voice
Either
acting.
that or like if you did readings, like you'd narrate books.
Oh, like
the audiobooks. There we go.
I
couldn't
could
think
do
of it.
that.
That would be really good. So where are you from originally?
Oh, it's kind of a long story because my dad's job made us move continents every 2 years. So I was born in America, which is why I can live and work here and do all that. And then we moved to India when I was 2 weeks old. And then we did India, Philippines, Thailand, Africa, and then settled in Australia when I was 12.
Wow.
And then lived
That's
from
a lot.
there till a year ago.
So from 12 and below, it's kind of probably a blur, I'm guessing.
A little bit,
Yeah.
yeah. We lived in Zambia in Africa from ages 6 to 12, so I remember that. But everything else, I don't really remember.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Interesting. And then you moved to Australia.
I did.
How long did you live there for?
Almost 8 years, so a decent amount of time. I did all of high school there, and then I did 2 months of university before I dropped out. But
What was your major?
I went for fashion design.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't peg you for like a fashion design person. I was going to
No.
guess like something like artsy, like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I guess fashion design is kind of artsy. But
It is true. Yeah, that's true.
It was
True.
like, it was not my thing at all. I hated it. Absolutely hated it. My parents were like, just pick something. So,
Yeah. You're like,
yeah.
fine. And then you dropped out. Were they pissed off?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I told them, no, I'm going to go to business school. And now I do porn.
Do they know what you do?
Unfortunately, yes. Yeah, they found out after my first scene was released.
Oh, okay. So you didn't get a chance to tell them yourself.
No, I was hoping I'd have like a 4-month buffer where I could like get my shit together, get some stuff out, but no.
You're
one
like,
scene.
Mom and Dad, like, I do have my shit together. Like, yeah, that's my butt on the internet.
Yeah,
but
you saw me taking back shots on
Yeah.
Twitter, but it's terrible.
So they actually seen a video of yours.
They were directly sent a link. Yeah.
That is so bad.
Foul.
Oh,
Just.
who would do that shit?
I don't know.
What is wrong with you people?
Fuck that bitch.
Well, even though it was terrible for them to get that link, at least the cat's out of the bag.
This is true. I've got nothing to hide now.
Yeah.
So
Has
I've
it been
gone-
a lot easier?
I don't know if I'd say easier. I mean, I'd say now I'm going ham on Twitter now because they've already seen it. But yeah, I think it's a time thing.
Yeah.
for
I doubt
sure.
they're searching you on Twitter though.
Or my mum was.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, and sending it to me. She found my no jumper interview.
Oh.
Like she was on the hunt for some shit on me.
Oh wow.
Yeah, sorry.
What would you say that you guys have a good relationship, or is it just
We did.
Yeah. You're like, I'm a slut. What can I say?
Yeah, I don't know. It's always been a bit of turmoil with my parents just because we view life very differently. They're very religious and conservative, which I respect and, I understand, but that's not me. So
Did you go to a religious school?
technically it was a Catholic school. They didn't really talk about it that much, but yeah, and we were in like church and all that when I was growing up. So
Were you slutty?
yeah.
I want to hear your naughtiest church story.
I wasn't naughty in church. I'm not that bad. But after church or after school, I guess.
Whoops.
I don't know. I just used to sneak out a lot. That was all.
Yeah.
Nothing too crazy. I mean, in Australia, the drinking age is 18.
Oh, really?
So,
wow.
Yeah. So
That's
people
crazy.
start at like 15 because it's,
That's crazy.
Yeah. We started very young.
I can't imagine like drinking and driving at like 18. Even though you're not supposed to drive, but people do.
Well, we get everything at 18. So you get your license at 18, you can drink at 18, you're a legal adult, and you can vote all in the same year. Whereas in America, you can drive at 16. Can't you? Yeah. I think it's better that it's spaced out. Yeah. So I don't want to get my license and my first bottle of alcohol on the same day.
Yeah, because then you're like, I was going to Uber, but I'm so excited to fucking drive my own car.
It's my day. I'm going to drive the car.
You get pulled over for a DUI. You're like, but it's my birthday. I don't give a shit.
Cut me some slack.
So how did you make the jump from fashion design school dropout to I'm going to be a content creator or porn star, however you want to call it?
It was a bit of a pipeline. No
pun intended.
Yeah, no pun intended there. After I dropped out of school, I was still in Australia. I had a long-term boyfriend, my high school sweetheart. And then that unfortunately ended very badly. And I decided within like a 2-week period that I needed to get the fuck out of that country.
So you wanted to get out basically due to the breakup, or you wanted out in anyway?
Due to the breakup, I dropped out of school. I didn't know what I was doing. I worked at a nightclub. And I was
a battle girl?
No, I was managing a bar. Ooh. So I was telling people what to do, I've been working in bars since I was like 16. So I was over that. Mm-hmm. And so I decided to pick somewhere that had a similar climate to Australia because I don't do cold. And I've always had like a feeling since I was like born, I would say, that I was going to be famous for something, which is probably a bit delusional, but I was like, if I'm going to be famous, I'm going to move to LA. So I picked LA, booked a flight, and then I didn't know anyone. I just moved here. That was a year ago. And then within like my first 4 weeks of living in LA, I booked a reality show, and I did that for the entire like half of the first year. It was from January, February.
What was the show?
Heartbreak Island.
Heartbreak Island.
Yeah.
So tell us about that venture before we go on. Because people always ask, and this is something that I always wondered too, when you're doing those shows like that, because I'm guessing it's some sort of dating fucking game type show.
Exactly.
Is it all scripted, or is it actually real, or?
I wouldn't say scripted. I would say heavily guided. Like, they have people on set that are called storytellers. And it's like a whole, so when we got there, they told us, because it was still during like COVID times, I suppose, that we were going to have a brief quarantine just to keep the bubble on the island, because they had rented out like this whole island in Fiji. Wow. And so of course I agreed to that. I was like, yeah, sure, I can do 5 days. And I said, that's fine. I get there, it ends up being 12 days in like a hut sort of vibe. There was no hot water, alone, completely alone. They took our phones, no music, no books. Like,
what the fuck? Why couldn't you have your phone? That's weird.
That was one of the terms you had to agree to. Like, when you're there, I think it's the same for every reality show, you do not have contact with the outside world for the entire duration of the show.
That's crazy.
So we miss, like, you can't even talk to your friends, family. There's no news. Like, you have no idea what's going on.
That's crazy.
So that was an interesting start to it. And then once you're like on the island, obviously everybody's drinking. We've just had 12 days alone. So now we're all
everybody's horny.
Fucking nuts. Yeah. I mean, it was cool. There were some things in it that I look back on and I was like, I should not have said that. I think I blacked out, but it was fun.
Okay. So, was it is it aired yet or no?
Yeah, it aired in the UK, Australia, and New Zealand. And then I think it'll be on streaming somewhere in America at some point. But it's been a year, and I think the show flopped, so.
Did you watch all of your episodes that you're on?
Oh, yeah, I stopped watching after I got kicked off.
Were you impressed with your storytelling or what?
I was a cunt.
Yeah.
To be completely honest. I don't even remember saying half the shit I said on that thing, but it was bad watching back. And we had like this group chat of everyone in the show. And we would all send messages after each episode because it was weekly and be like, what the fuck, Max? I can't believe you said that about me, that sort of thing. And I was copping some hate.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, when you would do like your confessional moments by yourself.
Exactly. Yeah. Doing the confessionals, and they had like we would sit in these interview rooms for like 4 hours, and you would have to speak in present tense. So they would be like, walking into the challenge, you're feeling, and then you'd have to be like, I'm walking into the challenge and I'm feeling really nervous. Like it was bizarre.
I had to do something like that before, where I had to talk about something that I wasn't actually doing at the time, or I wasn't watching something, and it's really strange.
Yeah.
It's like, so this is what's going to happen. So let us know how you would feel. And I'm like, I don't know. Like,
I don't know.
Well, just imagine. I'm like, okay.
Right. She's improvising.
Yeah. I'm like,
yeah.
Well, you said you got kicked off, so you didn't win. So fuck that show.
No, fuck it. They kicked me off because I didn't fall in love.
Sounds like they'd try to copy Love Island anyway.
Yeah, it was like a mixture of Love Island and Survivor. So we had to do like challenges. I ate a tarantula. That was cool. But it was cooked. It wasn't like a live one.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I was like, oh my
I
God.
should probably start with that.
Because I could just imagine it crawling around like, ugh.
I don't know if I would have done that. But if you didn't do it, you would have gone home immediately. So
could you feel how furry it was when you ate it when it was cooked?
No, when it was cooked, it was kind of just crunchy. It was like a crouton. So,
really?
Yeah. Yeah, it was fine.
Okay. Well, anyway, it was going on from eating tarantulas. So I will say, just from your brief time you've had so far, your name is popping up everywhere.
Oh, thank you.
How many pro scenes have you done so far? I guess that you could think of, because I know obviously you don't know the exact amount. Or maybe you do. I don't know.
I think I did my 12th or my 13th one yesterday. So it's been good. This is my 6th week in the industry. So
yeah,
been busy.
That's a lot of scenes for that short amount of time. So yeah, you're killing it.
Yeah, my first week I was booked every single day.
What was your first scene you ever did professionally?
I did She's New with Team Skeet. My scene partner was Damon Dice. He was great.
Love him.
Yeah, love him. Shout out to you, Damon. But he just, I couldn't have asked for a better first scene. It was perfect. Yeah. Was
your second one good as well, or was it?
I've had all really good experiences. Good. My second one was with Chad Alva. He's a babe, so nice. I did do one step bro scene, and I will not be doing that again. I literally.
Did you get stuck in the dryer?
I wish. That would have made it worth it. No, it was like my step bro and I play this game called Dibs, and he calls dibs on my ass. Like it was.
Oh God.
Yeah. Obscene.
Cheesy.
I felt dirty after that one. That's the only one I've been like, ugh.
Are your boobs natural?
They are, yeah.
Okay. So they're not going to be putting you for MILF stuff anytime soon, but
I would hope not. I'm only 21.
It's weird when once you get fake boobs, it doesn't matter what your age is.
It puts you in that category.
You're a MILF. Yeah, it's crazy because, younger women can't have fake boobs. I don't understand.
It doesn't happen.
I don't understand it.
It's impossible.
I remember before I got my boobs done, and I always said, when I turn 18, I'm getting big tits.
Yeah.
I don't care.
And did you?
When I turned 21. Yeah, I was 21 when I got my boobs done.
Yeah, shit. Well, they look great.
Thanks, Holly. Don't make me blush. So I have a few questions from some fans.
Cute.
If you're interested in answering them.
Would love to.
So I will only ask ones that are insane.
Yeah, you can chuck a few insane ones.
Some of them. Okay, from @Carrie Cheer. Best and worst thing about working in porn?
I would say best thing is, I love having sex. So being able to have sex for a living is,
I
can't ask for a better job than that. Worst thing, to be honest, I guess because I'm so new, I haven't had any really bad experiences yet. I guess the reaction from my family was probably the worst, but Those are the only negative reactions I've had. And I tell everyone.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like in Starbucks and I'm like, I do porn. I'm like, I slay. Okay.
They're like, okay, cool. Yeah. All right. Bye.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The only person I don't like to say is like an Uber driver.
Oh, yeah.
Because I did that one time. I said, oh, I do adult film. Oh, you do? And then he got really weird.
Yeah.
And then started driving slower. And I was like, yeah. No. So now I just make up different professions each Uber ride I have.
I love lying in Ubers.
I'm a magician.
Yeah.
I'm a teacher.
Yeah.
I'm an electrician.
Oh, slay.
I'm an astronaut,
You're
retired
Johnny
astronaut.
Sins.
Yeah. Basically.
Basically. The man with many jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, lying in Ubers is one of my favorite hobbies.
It's so fun.
It's so fun.
Let's see. At DeBrain, your favorite store to shop at?
Well, I might be biased because I model for them, but Dolls Kill. That's my.
You model for them?
I do.
That's cool.
Yeah.
How long have you done that for?
Like 5 months, going on 6, something like that. They were booking me. Dolls Kill was saving my life before I got into porn. They were like booking me left, right, and center, so I had something to do.
Really?
I haven't had as much time, but we just did a pole class with them. That was super fun.
Like dancing stripper pole
Yeah.
class? Oh, those are
Yeah.
so fun. It's
They
hard, dude.
Oh my god.
It's a workout.
I was sore for days.
I did one time and I'm like, I thought I could strip. I had like bruises on my rib cage. I'm like,
Yeah,
what the
those girls are a different breed. I
Yeah.
don't know how they do it.
And then they teach you how to climb the pole properly. I've been climbing it the stripper way for like way too long.
Yeah.
They're like, no, this is how you do it. And I tried doing it. I'm like, I can't do that. It's too hard.
No, you know your way. It's
Yeah.
okay. Everybody has a different way of doing things.
I'm like, I just get up a little slower,
Hey,
okay?
it's fine. Be patient. It's longer to
So,
look at me.
Dolls Kill, then, are you published on their website?
I am, yeah. There's actually a photo of me in their Fairfax store right now that I have to go take a photo with.
That's awesome.
That was on my bucket list for modeling.
Have you ever been on any billboards yet?
Not yet. But I need to
Manifest that shit.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. At Rari 4444. How did she come up with her name?
Rari is my roommate. I think it's because she wants to take credit for that one. She and I got wine drunk one night. I knew I wanted to keep my first name because I already had, my Instagram's deleted now, but I already had my real name on my Instagram. And so we were just brainstorming. We were going through Hills, Hayes, something like that. But we settled on Day because we thought it would do well in the Christmas time.
That's true. Well, honestly, it's just very easy to remember as well.
Yeah, Holly.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
It just rolls off the tongue.
Yeah. You're like, that's me.
Yeah.
Well, the same person asked another question.
Oh, God.
Okay. So at Rari 4444, what's the first big purchase she wants to make with her industry money?
Right now I've got a BBL fund going.
Okay.
Probably getting a BBL. I'm going to do that at the end of this year, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't had any work done yet, so I'm excited to.
Do you not think your butt's big enough, or you just want to do it?
I love taking things to the extreme.
Yeah.
So, granted, my ass is huge, but I'd like to make it bigger.
So just make sure you don't look like one of those girls that looks like they have like a full diaper that they're sitting on.
No, I'll make sure it's proportionate. Yeah. I'll go somewhere good, but I want like
that just scares
hits.
me.
Yeah.
You want like beyond the Coke bottle shape.
Exactly.
Got it.
Beyond the bottle.
All right, I will ask one more fan question. What's the it's from at it's.xxhnna, so Xana, I don't know how to say that. What's the thing that you fear the most?
In porn or in life?
In general, yeah.
I think getting kidnapped would probably be my my biggest fear.
Your number one, yeah.
Yeah, I watch way too many true crime documentaries
Same.
and movies about that shit. I just count me out on that one.
Don't you feel kind of like you would know though, because you've seen so many of those? Because I feel like I'm constantly, even when I get groceries and stuff, I'm like looking, checking.
See, that's really smart because I think I live in like a state of delusion where I don't think anything bad is ever going to happen to me. And I'll just, like, I walk around at like 11 p.m. alone and I'm just like,
Yeah.
this is good.
I don't think it's like living in a land of delusion. I think maybe for you, it's easier to not be concerned and checking and doing all those things because it would stress you out.
Yeah.
Because it's a little stressful doing that. Don't get me wrong.
No,
I'm not like
a bit of paranoia.
Yeah. Like I'm not like paranoid, but I am a little.
You're cautious.
I'm skeptical. You know, you just never know.
My mum always says, "Be cautious, safe, and careful." But I really need to be better about that. Half the time, I don't even lock my door. It's really bad.
Oh wow, where do you live? What area?
K-Town.
Okay.
So I should be locking that door.
They just had a shooting, didn't they?
Did we?
I thought they did.
Apart from the one at the fair, there was another one.
There was one like a week ago.
Is that the one where 12 people died?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard
It's
about
really
that.
sad.
It was terrible.
I don't know what's going on with all these shootings. But anyway, on to other news. So you've been performing for 6 weeks. Let's hear about it because it's been quite a ride for you so far.
Yeah. I've been booked and busy for sure.
Are you just doing it all?
Oh, I'm doing all the things.
Yeah.
I've decided, like, since I'm 21, I don't know exactly what I want to do after this, but I know I want to, like, build something. I picked Motley because I felt like they were very influencer porn based rather than just porn based. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I wanted to establish a bit of a brand. So they've been really great. But I've done 12 scenes in 6 weeks. And I watched the movie Yes Man with Jim Carrey right before New Year's. And I've decided I'm going to be Jim Carrey this year. So literally anytime I'm offered something, I'm like, yep. Sign me up. I'm going.
I love that. I also love that movie. I love when he goes to the Harry Potter party.
Oh my God. He's hilarious. Yeah, I love Jim Carrey. But yeah, I did, let's see, last 6 weeks I did No Jumper. I've been doing all my scenes.
What's the craziest scene you've done so far that you've said yes to?
Well, I did my first VR recently. That one was interesting.
Those are hard.
It was a long ass day. It was with Queenie Satine, gorgeous gal, and John Strong, who's like the nicest guy ever. But yeah, that was odd looking into the Oculuses.
Do you feel like you go cross-eyed a little bit? Because I feel like that because it's such a small area that you have to look at.
I felt like I was looking at one eye a little bit too much, so it might have a bit of a lazy eye effect on there. But
so for anyone that doesn't know, when we are filming VR porn, which is where the viewer puts the headset on and it's like basically we're having sex with them, the rig that we have to look at while we're filming, it has usually a tiny little marker in between the two cameras, and that's where you have to stare the whole time, because if you look anywhere else, then you're not looking at the viewer, and then it takes away from the whole VR experience.
Exactly.
So that's what I'm meaning.
Rig. That's a big thing. You got to maneuver around it.
Yeah.
And it's got the microphones on each side, like the ears.
Yep, you whisper in the ears. And
the ASMR.
I'm good at like doing the kissing. What I'm not good is is when you're supposed to ride the person's face or whatever when you're in like reverse.
Oh, I didn't do that one.
I've hit it so many times, so then I'm like, and they hate cutting. Like for VR, they hate cutting. So I'm like, oh, sorry.
Yeah. It was the one I did. It was a panty dirty laundry fetish. So the whole time it was like full ASMR, like, you like the way that smells, like shit like that. It was crazy. And then they're like, oh, also, can we incorporate some armpit fetish? And Queenie and I were like, all right. We had to put our armpits up to the Oculus. It was it was new. It was a new experience.
You're like, man, I hope I remember to shave.
I know. She looked all right.
Because the view of those things was like 6K. It's insane. It sees like every little tiny pore on your face. Like,
well, that's making me really excited to watch it back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, look how good I look.
Hopefully. Yeah. Hopefully I was having a good day.
I'm sure you looked great. So other than your VR experience, has there been any other scenes that you've done so far that, you know, that have been crazy or that you were happy that you said yes to because they were like big opportunities?
I did. Yeah. I mean, I've already done Brazzers. I've done Blacked Raw. I got to, on my porn bucket list, I think it's on everyone's, is to film with Johnny Sins. I did that last week.
Still haven't got him yet.
He made me squirt for the first time ever.
In your life?
In my life.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, it was incredible.
Shout out to Johnny Sins.
Shout out Johnny. That man's a magician.
The fucking man, dude.
Oh my God, he's good at what he does. Love him. Yeah.
Yeah, he's great. I finally got to meet him in person at AVN, and I was like, I want to shoot with you.
Yeah.
Johnny, please hit me up.
Johnny,
anyway.
please. Send him a Twitter DM.
Yeah.
That's what I did.
Yeah?
Yeah. Him and Dredd. I'm hoping to book Dredd for March. So.
Love Dredd. He's honestly one of my favorite people.
He's so lovely. So lovely.
He's really kind, and he has a gigantic monster in his pants.
I'm really scared of that monster in his pants.
Do you do anal? No?
I can. It's like a problem. My friends and I have a running joke that I have the smallest asshole in the world. And I'm not saying that like, it's so small. Like, no,
Yeah.
It's like sealed, basically. Like, it's horrible.
Maybe it's because you're not relaxed. Because if you're not relaxed, then automatically it's because it's muscles. So
Yeah.
if you're not relaxed, it's automatically like nothing's going to be able to enter. But if you're relaxed, then that's when it like opens up. And then, you know, obviously you use FEELZ by Kenzie Taylor.
Shout
the
out
best
FEELZ.
water-based lube ever. Go to FEELZbyKenzie.com.
I actually do use FEELZ by
You
Kenzie
do?
for all of my scenes.
I
yeah.
need to hear a review.
I love it.
Yes?
I love it. I mean, obviously water-based dries up quicker than silicone. That's just the nature of it.
Yeah.
But I love it.
You only use FEELZ now,
Yeah, as
since
you
I
should.
came out with it. And I do a lot of anal, and it's incredible for anal too. But yeah.
Oh,
anyway,
good to
so
know. Well, if I ever relax
going
my asshole,
back
I'll
to
be,
that, yeah. So, but if you have it, and it's all about, like I said, just being relaxed, and also too, you need a person that's like being gentle and stuff. Like they need to be gentle, and they need to like, you know, like eat you, and then move to the booty and eat you there, and then get you all
warm you up.
get you all warmed up and horned
Yeah.
up, and then you're like, oh, okay, now I feel good, rather than just like boom straight
Jamming
to
it
the
in there.
to the 7-inch, 8-inch, 9-inch,
10, 12.
yeah,
Mm-mm.
12 inches,
Oh,
and you're like,
God.
it won't happen.
Sounds like my black raw day. That was a day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
how was it?
I was really scared going into it because, to be honest, like before I did porn, I was having sex, but not like that, and definitely not with dicks like that.
I can attest to that. It's only like 7 inches, 7.5 and
Like
below.
max,
Yeah, before porn, and then porn, I'm like, I just fucked a 12-inch dick.
Oh, he fisted me with his penis. Yeah, no, it was insane. And so before my blacked scene, I of course started my period the day of. And I was like, kill me. And I don't know why I didn't just ask one of my porn friends. I just figured I knew everything. So I shoved an entire beauty blender.
Oh, God, Holly.
Yeah,
Dude,
I did.
From
And
now on, hit me up.
yeah. Oh, I've learned my lesson.
You
from
just
that
needed one little wedge.
Bro, entire beauty blender. And then Anton Harden's like 15-inch. Like, I don't know how.
Shoved it up.
Yeah.
Did it take a while to get out?
I was like on the verge of tears. It was like a good half hour. I was like, wait, I had to take breaks.
At least you didn't have to go to the doctor, because
that would've
it's
been
embarrassing. I
mortifying.
had to go to the doctor one time, like the emergency room, to get a makeup sponge removed because the guy was so big and he pushed it up. For people who don't know, we use makeup sponges as women in porn.
Not beauty blender.
Not beauty blenders, the little
Don't
makeup
use that.
wedges for when we're on our periods. That way we don't bleed all over someone.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's courteous, but anyway. Yeah, and they had to like literally lay me back, put my feet up in the fucking thing, and
Oh my
like
God.
go all the way in with basically these like pinchers.
Like you're at
and
the
pull,
gynecologist.
yeah, and pull the sponge out, and like these pinchers did not feel good. I was like,
babe.
"Ah!"
Yeah, that
Yeah.
would have been a traumatic. That was like my fourth scene, so I think that would have been incredibly traumatic.
So you had to keep taking breaks because of like just the size?
Oh, I didn't take any breaks during the scene.
No? Okay.
I was taking breaks trying to get the sponge out.
Yeah.
During the scene though, I actually did feel awful after the scene because after all my other ones being 3, I felt super confident after. I was like, I smashed that. Like the guy loves me. It was great. And then after the Anton one, it was so big. I felt like I couldn't even like perform.
Yeah.
Like I was gonna like shred that shit with my molars sort of vibe. Like I was not confident after. I mean, he DM'd me after, so I think it was fine.
Well,
but
the thing is, and I mean, guys that are really large should be aware of this. But when it's super big like that, like long and, you know, thinner is not an issue, but when it's super long and super girthy, like there's only so much you can do. Like you're not over here shoving it all the way down your throat, because then you're just gonna.
I can't unlock my jaw.
Like your teeth are just gonna be scraping it, and then also too, like you can have the biggest cock in the world, but you need to know how to use it.
Yeah.
Like you can't just go pounding away. Like you can feel yourself bottoming out on a girl.
Yeah.
Because I've asked Seth, I've asked many other male performers and I'm friends with. I'm like, you can feel like when you're like hitting the fucking cervix, right? Like when you're bottoming out. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, but some of them know, just
keep fucking ramming it.
Yeah. So make sure you're sticking up for yourself, because, man, when I was newer,
you just let it slide.
Yep. I was just like, oh, it's fine, it's fine.
No, cut at any time.
Now I'm like, God damn it.
Mm-hmm. You know what's up now.
These little young ladies. I feel like this old grandma. I'm like, you're 21 and I'm 32. Oh. And did you bring me some porridge today?
I'm just visiting the elderly.
Thank you for coming.
It's my charity work. Yeah.
I actually give the best head because I can take out my dentures and give gum jobs.
I always wondered what it would be like to give a blowjob with no teeth.
Right?
I feel like if I did get old, I would.
Someone told me that got one before that it actually didn't feel that good, because even though there's no teeth, you can still feel the bone underneath, like, you know what I mean? So it's still pretty hard.
Bit of scraping going on.
But that was just one person, so who knows?
I don't know that there's many people that can attest to getting a gum job. But
please leave a comment in the comment section below if you've ever had a gum job. If you had, please let us know what your experience was like.
Descriptive review.
Yeah, I want like the most descriptive review. I don't care if it's 3 paragraphs.
Something, yeah.
Draw a visual. Take a photo, just upload it to us.
Send me a video, just real quick. Yeah.
Thank you so much. So speaking of gum jobs, do you have any fetishes? Or things that you're wanting to explore?
That's a good question. I mean, I honestly, again, before I got into this, I didn't really know shit about anything. So I just recently learned what a bunch of fetishes are.
There's a lot.
Oh my God, there's so many. There are so many. I don't know. Oh, I've been watching a lot of I keep getting golden showers recommended to me on my Twitter feed. I don't know that that's my thing, but I'd be open to it.
Yeah.
Other than that, I'm pretty vanilla thus far. What about you? Do you have any?
I have a spit fetish, but I can recommend, if you're going to do a golden shower, to try do it with a guy who has like a good diet and he's like clean, because some people that aren't, like, their urine smells and
some smelly piss.
No, you don't want that. Get somebody who like works out and eats clean
and chugs a bunch of Pedialyte before.
Like Nathan Bronson, slide in this woman's DMs right now.
You got some clean pee for me, Nathan.
Nathan's awesome. So what do you think is a common myth about, the porn industry that you heard prior to getting in, and then you've got into it as a pro and you're like, oh, it's actually not true?
Oh my God, so many things. There was so much. First of all, I thought everything was shot in studios, like fake, like rooms. And so when I pulled up to my first shoot and it's like this mansion in the hills, I was like, oh, okay, this is better. Mm-hmm. I knew that people in like civilians in my life didn't get tested, but I didn't realize how infrequent the testing was for the general population. That one scared me a bit.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, like even for me, like just last year, like I didn't really get tested at all. And I got chlamydia once and that was not slay. That was not fun.
That was not slay.
Not slay. Anti-slay. But yeah, and going into it now, like I honestly, like I feel so much better about my health and just having that reassurance that I know I'm fine. Sex stills, those freaked me out a little bit. I just figured that they took screen caps from the video.
I'm not gonna lie, I hate sex stills.
So
Some people hate to hear that, but I'm like, I just want to fuck and like have fun.
Yeah,
and
I don't want to sit in the position with it half in. Like,
yeah, and also too, it's like I don't want to be like, all the faces that we have to do.
Yeah. Just
Like,
take a screenshot.
Yeah, exactly. Do the screenshot of the actual scene so you can get my real reaction, and it's more genuine.
I have the same face in every photo, so you're just like,
yeah,
that's it. I don't really put much on.
It's funny though, like me, like there'll be times when I'm like, oh, I need to go get my Botox touched up. I see a little wrinkle because
it's a good way to tell.
yeah.
Get the eyebrows going.
When we do the O face. I remember one time, I think it was for Brazzers too. They were like, okay, and we need you to make like a surprised face. I'm like, they're like, no, surprised. I'm like, my eyebrows aren't going to move anymore. Like,
it's Botox, baby. You're welcome.
Like, I'm sorry. I got to look youthful
Surprise
over
as
here.
it gets.
So what's your sexual orientation? Would you consider yourself bi or
I would consider
pan?
myself bi, but honestly I feel like I'm a really bad bisexual because I'm not opposed to it, but I don't see myself pursuing women romantically. Like obviously I'm attracted to women. I can recognize when a woman is beyond beautiful and I enjoy having sex with women, but I don't know if I would ever pursue further than that. Yeah.
So I mean, romantically, you're not interested in being with a woman, but sexually, you're very much like
I'm into
both teams.
Yeah.
You're like, romantically though, are you single or what's going on there?
I'm single. I tried the dating field in LA. I mean, maybe it'd be different now. It would definitely be different now that I do porn.
But
before that, I was on the apps.
Yeah.
I was going on a lot of fucking Tinder dates, like a lot, because I didn't know anyone when I moved here. That was kind of my way of meeting people.
Is it true? Because I mean, I've never used Tinder, but is it true? It's basically just a hookup app. Every person you meet, you guys just hook up.
Yeah.
That's what someone told me, and I was like, that's crazy.
There's a couple, like I've been on plenty of dates where I haven't hooked up with them, but
what was your worst one? Your worst Tinder date you had?
Oh,
I know there had to have been a bad one.
I have two.
Yeah, what happened?
Well, one of them was really good. Like the date itself was really good. The guy was cool. He picked me up in his Tesla. I was like, yeah, I'm in LA. And we went to this restaurant. We got vodka pasta. Again, yes, I'm in LA. And the conversation was good. But then he started talking to me about star signs. And I'm not a hater. Like if you love star signs, like go for it.
Like astrology stuff. Yeah.
But that's not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
And he was like, "What's your sign?" And I was like, "I'm a Leo." And he was like, "Oh, I could tell from the moment I laid eyes on you that you were a Leo. Leos are this." Like it was like a 30-minute spiel.
Oh wow.
On how much he loves Leo women. And I was like, I could have said I was anything, and you would have been like, "Oh my God, you're a Taurus."
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. And so then. That was like the premise of the date mostly. And he was just complimenting me over and over and over again, which again, I shouldn't complain about that, but it was just a lot. Anyway, date ends. I don't even kiss the guy. He drops me off at home. And then 10 minutes later, I get a 7-minute video and it's just him jacking off in his Tesla.
What the fuck?
Right after he's dropped me off. I was like, what?
And that was like for sure from that moment.
Yes.
Like, he was wearing the same thing and everything.
He literally, it was like on my street. He was like jacking off.
What the fuck?
And sent me a video. No like message, just sent the video. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, did you mean to send that to me? That was unsettling.
What did he say?
And he sent the crying cat emoji and said, I read it wrong.
What?
It was so bizarre. And then I was freaking out. I was like, this guy knows where I fucking live. He's jacking off on my street.
Yeah,
like, what the fuck? And then the other one. So my parents,
Sorry, the crying cat emoji just gave me.
it was like, what is
I'm gonna
going
jerk off on your street. You're gonna ask me what the fuck did you send? Like, why'd you send this? Was this meant for me?
Crying
I'm
cat.
gonna send you a crying cat emoji, and everything's gonna be fine. Like,
We were not reading. He read it wrong, and we were not reading the same book. I don't
Yeah.
know what. I don't
he
know
read
what
this.
impression I
He
gave
read
him.
this. The astrology signs wrong.
Yeah, I think so. I think the stars told him to do it.
Let's hear about the second one.
The second one. Okay, so my whole family's moved to America now, and my parents live on the East Coast in like small ass town, like it's little. And so I was visiting them for a couple months, and I was like, I need to get some action. Like, I need some male validation. Let's go. So I start swiping on Tinder, find this guy. He seems really cool. And he picks me up in his mum's minivan, which is like, it's fine. He's out here. So I get in the minivan, and he's like, do you want to eat? I was like, okay. I thought that's what we were doing. And so he goes through the McDonald's drive-thru.
Oh my god!
And I'm not a hater. I do love a bit of Macca's. That was my first job ever. But we go through the drive-thru. I get a McChicken. Like, it's fine. He was like, I'm gonna show you my favorite spot. And I was like, okay. And so we're driving in the minivan, and he takes me to the parking lot of a children's playground.
Oh hell no!
It's like 3 p.m. on a Tuesday. Like,
Oh, this is not, yeah.
and he there's like a control at the front of the minivan, and he like presses it, and the seats fold down in the back, and he's like, shall we? And I was like, shall we what? He was like, you know what I'm talking about. He wanted to fuck me in his mom's minivan in broad daylight in front of a children's playground.
What the actual fuck?
With our half-eaten
mom's
McDonald's.
minivan, McDonald's fucking Happy Meal. in a park. In the minivan, let's lay the seats down. What was this guy's name? Was it like Bernard or something ridiculous? Cameron, what the hell is wrong with you?
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Bro? Seriously.
What the fuck,
what are
Cameron?
you on? Yeah, I was gonna do you want me to get a fucking sex offender charge on a first date?
Yeah, because that would legit happen. But also, why the fuck is that your favorite spot? I don't understand.
Concerning.
Like, are you just like
He's luring? I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, he's in a minivan. I don't fucking know. But yeah, that was very unsettling. After he said that, I was like, I'd like to go home now, and he was pissed.
Did you just get out of the car?
No, I was like, drive me home.
Yeah, you're way too trusting. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Because what if he would have just took you and been
I
like,
told you, delusional state.
Yeah.
I
But he was pissed. So what did he say?
nothing. He went like silent. He was like, fine, fucking take you home. And I was like, okay. And then he texted me after. He's like, what are you doing tomorrow? I was like, what the fuck?
Number 1, not getting into your minivan. Number 2, not fucking in a park in your minivan.
Number 3, never speaking to you again. Like, what? I don't know.
Lose my number.
I hope it works out for you, Cameron. I don't know if you found a bitch that's down for that, but
I'm sure there's somebody. That's quite the favorite spot, though. That's
yeah,
strange.
there's so many red flags.
Yeah. Well, also, if he's a grown man and he's driving his mom's car, that's usually not a good sign.
No. I mean, we were like 20, so I guess he's, people still live at home at 20, but yeah, just across the board, not for me.
Not working out here. Mm-mm. So was that from Tinder or was that from a different app?
That was Tinder.
Yeah. So
after
maybe
those two, I moved
apps.
to Hinge. Yeah. Yeah, I like Hinge. You can like set so many different. One time I paid $30 to like a guy's profile on Hinge because it was like, oh, you're out of likes for the day, and I was like, I do not want to lose this guy because if you close the app, then the guy is gone.
You have to pay to like someone's profile?
You only get 8 likes a day on Hinge.
Okay.
And I had gone through my 8, and I wanted Ezra to take me out, so I paid the $30 premium fee.
Did you guys go on a date?
We did. Well, actually, that was another bad one.
Let's hear it.
He stood. I thought he stood me up, and then I thought he died. So basically, he texts me. Pay the $30, and I like his profile. I like say something witty about one of his comments, and then he was like, "Thanks, Ma. Want to go to a game with me tonight?" And it was like a baseball. I don't know American sports that well, but it was like a baseball game, and I was like, fucking oath, like, let's go. And so I give him my number. We've exchanged 2 words, and we're planning this baseball date. And he buys the tickets. He sends me the link to my tickets, so I know that we're going.
Yeah.
It's a Dodgers game, and I had just thrifted a Dodgers jersey, so I was like, I'm ready to go. He's gonna think I'm so cool.
He thinks I'm a real fan.
Exactly. I was ready to fool this man. And so I put on my Dodgers getup, and he's gonna pick me up at 7:15. It's like 6. I'm getting ready. I'm on FaceTime with my sister, all excited. 7 rolls around. He hasn't messaged that he's on his way, but I was like, he'll just get here. 7:15, 7:30, 7:45. I call him and I'm like, this fool has stood me up. But like, why would he buy me a ticket? I call him, didn't answer. 8 o'clock, didn't answer. And I was like, oh my God, did he like get in an accident? Like, is something wrong? And he calls me at 9 p.m. and he was like, hey, sorry, I fell asleep. I was like, oh, that's fine.
You should have just used your ticket and been like, I went to the game, fuck you.
I don't care about baseball. I just wanted to see the hot guy. He picked me up after that, though, and it was fine. We went and got tacos. But yeah, that was... Yeah.
You're like, thank God you're alive, but what the fuck?
I paid $30 for this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
$30 for this and you stand me up for hours? That dick better be good.
He slept... It was good. It was good. Although he is the one that gave me chlamydia, so...
Oh, no.
Anti-slay.
Anti-slay.
Anti-slay. He's slayless. Yeah.
Well, as much as I love hearing about these Tinder stories and everything, I would love if you would share with everyone any awesome projects or just anything you have coming up that you want to promo. Tell everybody where to follow you on social media.
Yeah.
Maybe hit you up on Hinge because Tinder sucks.
Yeah, you can hit me on Hinge. Send me a rose. I'll be there. Yeah, I'm Holly Day on Instagram and XXX Holly Day on Twitter. Project-wise, I'm doing podcasts left, right, and center, so I'm sure you'll see me on those. And then I'm starting my street interview what's the word? Escapade? Escapade.
Yeah.
Street interview escapade. It's going to be Holly on Hollywood Boulevard. So
that's cool. That's catchy.
So
you're just going to go around to random people and ask them questions?
Yeah, I have a full game plan. One of my friends has massive titties. I'm buying her a mini trampoline to bounce behind me on Hollywood Boulevard. So I think it's going to be good. It's going to be great. It's
definitely going to draw a crowd.
Yeah, exactly. That's maybe I'll do a street performance. I don't know.
I wouldn't do. I mean, I wouldn't. That already is a street performance, the bouncing. But I would definitely put like a box out and be like,
donations.
Donations are greatly appreciated.
Yeah, tip me. Yeah.
Just the tip.
Just the tip. Yeah, tip me.
So you're doing that soon then?
Very soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of my best friends is moving to LA in like a month, and her dream is being a stand-up comedian. So I think she and I are going to be taking it by storm.
That's awesome.
Bit of comedy wise.
And then do you have your website link you want to share?
My website is
like OnlyFans or any of that.
My OnlyFans, it's the only place you find my exclusive content. Is I'm Holly Day with 2 Y's because 1 Y was taken. So
I'm Holly Day. 2 Y's.
2 Y's.
Okay, guys, be sure to follow her on Instagram and Twitter. Join her exclusive membership program on her OnlyFans so you can get really hot content. Because she's shooting all the time.
Every day.
I think it's really hot stuff. I'm guessing. I'm going to be like, hey, send me some of that.
Yeah, I'll give you a friend's,
I'll never be like Cameron.
Friend's code.
But thank you so much for taking the time to come here.
Thank you for having me. Super fun.
And I will see you guys next time. Bye.
The minivan. No, it was terrible.
Hi, I'm Kenzie Taylor, and this is FEELZ by Kenzie Taylor. It's a water-based lubricant, vegan, cruelty-free, silky smooth, tasteless, and you're always gonna be wet. You can pre-order now by going to feelsbykenzie.com. Order it now.
What's the freakiest thing you've ever done?
Eating pasta in bed.
Not true. You licked my
Oh, I did, but after I ate pasta in bed.
Why was that so freaky?
I don't know, it was a lot of sauce.